Well, good morning. It's Sunday, November something, 30th, something like that. And everybody's out of the house, so I thought I'd take some feeding pictures. Try to hold the camera steady, but I do a really bad job of that. Hopefully these pictures are in better focus than they look like here without my glasses. Anyway, I wanted to get some feeding pictures. As you'll notice, all my fish are over in their corner because they haven't been fed yet. But I thought I'd get a picture of the front of the tank first. See what we can get here. Here's the left side. As you can see, everybody's doing well. And here's the middle. I cleared out a whole bunch of this big stag in the middle to give the fish a little bigger hole. It's their favorite spot. And then here's my frag tank going down here. If you remember in the past, this used to be where I kept my anemones. They're in a much better place now, so maybe I'll show a picture of that. Since my family's out right now, I can actually get a little peace and quiet for a couple minutes. Don't have a whole bunch of ambient noise on these pictures. Anyway, those frags are coming along quite nicely. They seem to be happy. They're under a 250 watt halide light. The main tank is lit by LEDs. And the tank out in the garage, which I may show a picture of later, is lit by some T5s and another 400 watt LED. So I got a little bit of everything going. It gives me an opportunity to look at a lot of these corals under different light, different conditions with the same water. It's interesting. So anyway, let's go to the other room where everybody's getting fed. I'm not going to turn this off. Pardon the walk down the hallway, but anyway, we walk around the house, which is a mess. Then we go down the hallway. Then we walk back into the other room. Here's my messy fish room with all the Christmas stuff out. So anyway, here's the other side of the tank. This is where where they eat. As you can see, they know where they eat, and they're very ready to eat. I wanted to take a picture of what I feed, and then we'll watch them eat. These guys eat broccoli, nori, and fresh squid. That's all I put in my tank. Don't use commercial foods. Been doing this for 9 years. Most of these fish are 8, 9 years old. Had them all. I think the newest fish in here is my Regal, which is about 3 years old. Don't add fish very often. Pretty much got everything I want. So anyway, let's go look at the food, and we'll put some food in here and make these guys happy. Over here, I've got it all ready. This is what they eat. My focus doesn't look really good here. This doesn't look very focused. If that's me or... Anyway, what we have here is a little bit of squid made up. This is a half a sheet of nori and a handful of broccoli. This is what they get every day. I give them the nori first. I spread that around in the tank pretty well. And as you can see, everybody will go crazy when they see the nori. Even, believe it or not, even the darn, there you go, the picture of a, well, he got it. And it's all gone now because the angelfish got it. They'll fight with him over it. But the point is, they're all used to being hand-fed. Even the copper band grabs the nori. He doesn't eat it, I don't think. He's pretty much a full-on, all-on predator. Everybody else eats it. Even my cleaner wrasse eats it. He loves the nori. I give him the nori. It's good roughage. I've got some charts that show it's pretty good ratio of phosphates to protein. And as you can see, that was a half a sheet of nori. It's gone. That's what fish should do when you give them food. They shouldn't pick at it all day. They've been trained to eat this stuff, and they eat a lot of it. Next, we're going to give them the broccoli. And give it to them this way. Apologize for not turning the camera off, but I don't know how to edit. So anyway, so we're back. Now we got a handful of broccoli. Everybody loves the broccoli. What I do is I just stick it to my pump. We're going to watch them eat. Apologize for my lack of video skills. It's the camera phone. They eat a lot of broccoli. They eat big pieces. And they eat a lot of it. I let them eat enough so I can fill up most of my omnivores. They're very aggressive. I don't want them to eat a lot of the squid. I want the squid mostly to go to my copper band. As you can see, he's patiently waiting. This broccoli will float around in the tank for a couple hours until they're finally finished with it. It teaches them to graze. They tend to stay together. They graze the tank quite nicely, and they'll graze the algae. It will all be gone later in the day. So now let's give them some squid. Once again, I apologize for this. Hard to do with one hand. Oh, as you can see, everybody's home. They've been out in the woods collecting pepper plants.
Here, did you see him?
Not yet. Man, I finished this. All right, everybody says, oh, finally the good stuff.
Yeah, look at that.
And once again, I apologize for the video. This really sucks. Hard to do with one hand. So that's their daily feeding routine. They get a lot of food. Jeez, it's hard to hold this thing handy. All right, so as you can see, they eat pretty aggressively. They love their food. And now, I'll show the back side of the tank. And then down here we have another sump. This is where my protein skimmer lives. As you can see, it's nasty. It's been changed. I clean it every 2 or 3 days. It fills up. I got some stuff down in here. I think I got some frog spawns and chalices. And then we go over here to my big old horse, the calcium reactor. 3 chambers. And then all the water runs outside. And past my cooler that's outside, which means during the summer when we need it, all the hot air goes outside. And then over here is the big mess of my water systems. I've got fresh water coming in here, and I keep 60 gallons of salt water all the time mixed up. This is all plumbed. You see that little hose runs over to my main tank to put water in my system. Basically, I hook a pump up that's in the buckets that circulates the water. Hook the hose to it, and it pumps straight from the bucket into my main tank. And then we go into the lagoon room. This is my garage. This is where I keep my lagoon and everything else that used to live in my sump. This has been set up about 2 months. I got some frags. And I got a nice, happy place for all my Hadanis. I have 4 Hadanis now. I have 3 that I've had for a long time. The oldest I've had since 1995. And I have a new one you can see way back there in the back that a gentleman brought from South Florida yesterday. Traded for a whole big old bucket full of frags. Let me walk here over this side. Let's see what we got. Here's some more stuff. These were all my softies. Basically, over the years, as my angelfish have gotten bigger and have learned to eat anything soft, this stuff has moved to my sumps. And here recently, I finally built a sump big enough for everybody. This is a 4 feet by 8 feet long sump. 1/3 of it is filled with a fresh 4-inch deep sand bed. And it's doing pretty well, cycling well. And let me see if I can turn the pumps off and we can get a top-down shot of all these guys. Once again, this is a pretty rookie video. You can see my mangroves over there, but it is an overview of everything. All right, 1 second. I'll keep this on here while I walk over to my extension cords and see what I can do here. There's no way I'm going to get these unplugged without turning off the big light. Let's see what happens. That'll turn down some of them. Maybe we can get a top down. There's my anemones. There's my new one. It's a blue Hadani. It is exactly where I put it yesterday. It's there's actually a flat rock next to this other Hadani. I find it in the long run, even though they like to be in the sand, you notice I put a rock next to them, and they dig under the rocks and attach to the bottom, and they like the rock next to them. So this Hadani here is on the other side of the rock, so hopefully they'll both settle down there. I've moved a few frog spawn, probably move a few more over the next while. But anyway, some pretty nice top downs, I think. No fish, no predators, which means I have 10 million pods in this tank. Anyway, that's the end of it. I'm going to shut everything down, and that's what we got.